Hey you guys, one, I want to apologize. I did not upload last week, so I'm going to be uploading twice this week to make up for that. But I have a rant. Okay, so if you're, part of different Facebook communities on, in real estate. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a rant, but it's real estate related, and I'm sure that a lot of other people can relate. Um, because it's basically the same thing with all the credit repair people, what are those people called? They sell teas. Is that my dog barking? There must be a dog outside because he is upset. Okay, but is my fan interfering with this? Let me turn it off. Okay, and also I just got a new laptop, so tomorrow's video will be the last video that's just like unedited, freeform. But anyway, so all those people that like jump into an industry and they expect to make millions of dollars basically. People who start clothing lines, all that. And there's nothing against wanting to be an entrepreneur. That's great. Wanting to be an investor, that is fantastic. But it's when people jump into these things expecting to make a bunch of money and they don't, so then they start doing things that they're not supposed to do in order to cut corners and make more money, and they end up doing is hurting everyone in the process instead of actually getting what they want, which is money. I mean, some people get money, but like it doesn't last when you're scamming people. And so I in the groups specifically, it's been a lot of complaints about wholesalers doing daisy chains, having improper ARVs, having improper repair costs on their properties. And it's like I'm not understanding exactly what the other people are complaining about, because those are things to complain about. Like, people are sending you properties, you're looking them over, and it's just a waste of your time because none of the numbers make sense. And people will reply and be like, well, you have to do your own due diligence and it's your responsibility to do it. Well, that's what they're doing when they're saying that your numbers don't make sense. They've done their due diligence and they're telling you, look, you're wasting your time because this is a crazy number. The rehab cost is $20,000 more than what you put on here. The ARV is $30,000 less than what you put on here. You don't even have any comps to back it up. And just stuff like that, that from an investor's point of view, a cash buyer's point of view, it's like, don't present anything to me if you didn't even try. Like, you just put the house under contract and you're just making up numbers trying to fool me into buying your property so you can make some money. And that's not okay, because not only are you wasting that investor's time, but you're wasting the seller's time, you're wasting your time, and sometimes you're going to actually ruin your reputation, because there's people who are just known for, I'm not even going to say that. It's like, once your name is tainted, no one wants to buy from you at that point. So if you just jump out there and you start putting a bunch of properties under contract at terrible prices, they're not deals, they're just leads, then nobody will buy from you, even if you do have a good deal. Because you could be like, all these numbers, all this and that, and then somebody will be like, no, they sent me that other property and their ARV was off by so much. Or they said that they got a contractor to do a repair estimate, but no, they didn't. Like, obviously they did not, they just did not. And so when you take into consideration how an investor feels, it makes you have, like, even so this is relatable all around. If you are selling credit repair, whatever it's called, and you're not even, if you're in the program and your credit score is like still 500 something, why should I listen to you? Or why should I take your advice? Because you signed up, because that other person signed up and told you that if you sign up you can make money with it, but you haven't even shown evidence that this stuff works. And besides like some screenshots, but those could be anybody's credit scores. Like, I want to see your credit scores. Or the people who sell teas and all that stuff, those people aren't even in shape. Those people still have belly fat. And it's like, don't try to sell me something that you don't even use, And just, my entire point though is don't do something just because you can make money with it. If you don't know already, I'm a huge fan of Gary Vee, and he talks about it all the time. Just because you're going to make money with something doesn't mean you should do it. It's just like taking a job promotion, knowing that it's going to take away from your kids, from your church, from your book club, whatever makes you happy. That taking that extra money, if you don't need it, all that's going to do is make you upset. Like you're taking away from your happy time, from your kids, or from your knitting circle, whatever the case is. You're taking away from your happy time. And what's the point of making more money if it's going to sacrifice your happiness? It doesn't make any sense. So just because you're presented with an opportunity to make more money doesn't mean you should always take it. And don't get that confused with beggars can't be choosers. That's different. That is if you are actually trying to do something and somebody gives you an offer that you don't necessarily want, but it's either your first offer or you have to do something for free or whatever, just to get the ball rolling, go ahead and take that. That's different. That is a very different situation. But when you're talking about just doing whatever you can to get people to buy something, that is totally unethical. And you guys know I have a couple videos about bird dogs on my channel, and I tried to get on these threads and like comment. I usually do like a full passage, probably like 3 to 4 sentences, and then I link my video under it just so people have a reference for it, because I honestly 100% think that most, if not all, people should start out as a bird dog rather than try to go straight into wholesaling, because a lot of people are still in that student mentality. There's nothing wrong with being a student, but I'm talking about the traditional school system student type. And that is, they need somebody to teach them something, and not everybody can afford mentorship or to buy courses. And so when you're just telling people to go out there and put stuff under contract, and they're watching a YouTube video and they're doing it, they're not doing it right. There's so many people who claim to be wholesalers. They have all these professional email addresses and websites and all of that, but they've never done a deal. You're not a wholesaler to me if you have not signed a contract. You're not a wholesaler to me if you have never received profit from between a seller and an investor. You're not a wholesaler. You're just not. You're a bird dog because you haven't achieved any of the goals that you were trying to achieve. And people get into this business thinking they're going to make that $20,000 check, and it's like, no, that's not always the case. What is that? Okay. Sorry, I just got a text message on my, okay. Anyway, no, that's not always the case. Sometimes you're going to make 5,000, sometimes you're going to make 10,000, sometimes even make 1,000, depending on your entry level, not even your entry level, but depending on where you are. I know some people can afford to just throw away those deals where they are only going to profit $1,000. It might not be worth it to them. So it makes sense for them to throw them away. But if you're just getting started and you're throwing stuff like that away, it does not make any logical sense, because you have to start somewhere. And so it just makes me kind of upset when different admins kind of delete my comments. It's not even, because like one time a guy was joking and he replied to me, he said, "Stop promoting yourself," and I replied like, "I will not." It's not even me trying to get clout like that. It really isn't. It's just, I know that bird dogging is something that isn't as common as it really should be, and these people are complaining, so I'm providing a way for them, like the people who see them complaining, I'm providing a way for them to not get complained on, and I'm providing a solution to the problem rather than just complaining with them. Because like I'll agree and I'll be like, yeah, you're absolutely right, I think that people should go through a deeper training, and I know a lot of people can't afford it, so that's why I make videos on how people can get started and blah blah blah. I don't even promote my paid group. Like, if I was really self-promoting, I would be like, yeah, I only charge $10 a month to join my bird dogging program. I don't even do that. All I say is, what's it called? All I talk about is a free YouTube video, and that's what most of these people are doing anyways, making free YouTube videos. So I don't see why it's always such a problem when I try to provide a solution for it, because I don't even say, subscribe to my channel, make sure you comment and like. I'll just be like, yeah, I mean, if you don't know what a bird dog is, there's a video on what a bird dog is. Like, it's just really frustrating when my help is treated like spam. There you go, that's what it is. When I'm trying to provide actual value for people and my comments are getting deleted, like it's spam. And I'm like, okay, these investors are complaining about these daisy chainers, and I'm providing a solution saying, if you want to learn how to, have a secure set of buyers and how to really, build your buyers list and not have to, or not feel like you have to daisy chain and just take people's deals and mess them up, or if you're just ignorant and you don't know, then start out as a bird dog. Here's a video on, what it is. I'm not saying make sure you leave a like and comment and share my video. Like, I'm not doing any of that. And so it's just a small rant, because I feel like 2019 is just going to weed out a lot of fake people. It's going to weed out a lot of the people who are saying, I have this deal under contract, when they know they don't have that deal under contract. It's going to weed out a lot of people who are just getting random ARV. Like, I don't even want to put the ARV on my things anymore. How I have my buyer palette now, I don't put the repair number and I don't put the ARV. I just have the pictures and I have a description of what condition the property is in, and I have 3 to 4 comps on there. They can get their numbers how they want to get their numbers, and I'm just providing the information, and that's been working fine for me. And so, yeah, just a small rant. Like, not only am I trying to help people, but I just don't like being treated like spam. I just don't like it, because I'm not being spammy. I know what spam is. Like, it's annoying to see people on Instagram, and when I just go through hashtags, it's annoying to see people on Instagram just posting just to post, and their post has no real concept or value to it. But sometimes I will give tips or whatever on the spammy type of content, but I'm not gonna delete their comments, because for one, it's boosting my algorithm, and two, it's like, if they were providing value, then cool. I don't know. That just kind of went the wrong way, but you guys get what I mean. The entire point of my video. You guys understand what I'm saying. I don't like the spam, being treated as spam. And I don't like people doing wrong. Like, daisy chaining is wrong. Putting false numbers intentionally is wrong. There's no way to get around that. And I really just want to help people out, because, yeah, you're gonna mess up your own name if you keep doing that, and people are noticing that you're that person. It's like, oh, that's their deal. They don't have the right numbers and all that type of stuff. And so, yeah, that's just my little thing. Yeah. Alright, there's gonna be another video tomorrow. This is Tuesday, so this is why rant on Tuesday. And yep, tomorrow's gonna be an actual real estate video. It's actually gonna be kind of a remake of the video that I did last week, the week before last, how to really get started in real estate investing and go deeper into detail about what bird dogging actually is. And so, yep. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Oh, and your names are bird dogs now, no longer rainicorns. Sorry.